Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I was going to be filming this yesterday. I've had the lurgy, which isn't fantastic, but it is what it is. It is that time of the year, so you're getting this video today. I'm going to bump dive a gold coin dealer onto next week. I think there'll be more to talk about if I leave it for the Monday, because I end up doing everything I learned as a gold trader video on the Monday instead. Let's go through what's come through the door. So I've had a couple of orders come in, so this should have been filmed prior. There has been another order that arrived today from the same gentleman, and there's also some other bits that land through the door. Just your bread and butter sovereigns. There's not crazy margins in these, nothing wrong with them, just a good solid bullion investment. Nothing that stands out in terms of rare or the condition is superior. So we've got 3 Vickies, no young heads, and we've got a Elizabeth. So 4 of those. There was 6 1-gram bars that come in. I actually sold these to the gentleman originally. He came back to me, said could he sell. Probably price these at 75 a gram plus post. Gold is excuse me, gold is starting to rise, so it dropped over the Trump thing and the news from Labour, and it's starting to creep back up. I think it will go on a tear. I think that's my opinion, by the way. That's not buy, but I think it's going to go this year. Excuse me one moment. Oh, good old Lemsip. So yeah, 6 of those, 4 sovereigns. There's 4 shield sovereigns. So I paid over on these. I always pay over on shields. I'm not offering spot or under on shields, let's be frank. So there's that one. So this one is a 1857. There's nothing spectacular here. $18.72. $18.53. You'd expect a coin to be like this. Now, there's nothing here that I would charge an extra premium for. It would just be a standard rate for these. $18.55. I don't often see them in the 50s myself. Usually get the 60s and the 70s. These are very common coins. The 72 to 66 is very common. I'm pretty sure these originally came from me, and I'm pretty sure I know where they come from. I did an order, this would have been many moons ago. I was a relatively fresh dealer, but I put an order in for 50 shield sovereigns, and they were fulfilled in a few days, and they range from 40s to 70s, which I just can't get that type of supply in the UK. They did come abroad. It was a long time ago, because it was pre-Brexit. It was way before then, and I'm pretty sure these coins came from that batch. I don't know for sure, but that would be my intuition or my guess. So there's 4 shields, nice coins. Let's put them there. And there was 25 halves. Now these will be sold as bullion. There's nothing rare or spectacular in these. So that's a nice coin, isn't it? Condition's really nice on that. Is that worthy of grading? I wouldn't say so myself. It's got a nice shimmer to it, 1903. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Edwards. I did briefly look over them. So people often ask me about dates. I'm not doing dates. I'll do monarchs, but I'm not doing dates. It's been a bit of a bugbear for me, that, because people say, oh, I'm doing a date run, but then I sell at the cheaper end of the market anyway. So it's like, well, I can put a few more quid on it No, I don't want to pay that price. Okay, well, I don't want to do dates. It just becomes a bit problematic when you've got so many that's come in. Now, if I got, say, 2 or 3 coming, it's a completely different conversation, isn't it? When I got 25, I do not have the time, really, considering everything else that I have to do on top. It's not just the selling of it, it's buying, selling, paperwork, stamping, posting. More goes into it than people think, but that's not even on the customer though, that's more on me. This one's very worn. This one's been in jewellery by the looks of it. Maybe it's just got harsh edge knocks. So yeah, nothing truly spectacular. I was going to say, oh, it'd be wonderful if there was a Canada half, but I'm not sure there was Canada halves. I'd have to consult the Oracle. By the Oracle, I mean Sovereign book. For those of you who don't own that Sovereign book, it's well worth the 20, 30 quid for it. I wouldn't even bother getting it updated on the yearly though. You could have one several years old and it will do the job. It does get updated though. Certainly worth the money. Let's have a look. This one's very worn. I think this has been in, yeah, this has been in jewellery. Polished, this would have been in a ring more than likely. You would have seen that side and it would have gone around there. And that's why it looks like that on the other side as well. Probably a Sovereign ring if you ask me. Don't really see many of them these days. Don't think people can afford them. When I was growing up, Sovereign rings were all the rage with people. Don't see as many people with gold these days. Not in my neck of the woods anyway. Like, I come from a working class area, but I'm sure if you go to more affluent areas, maybe they do have that, or maybe they're more watch people. I don't know, but I just know from my area, the people who were wearing gold around their neck or on their fingers, it's not the same anymore. And if they are, it's not the size it was. Expensive commodity these days. I say expensive, it's all relative as you know, but 1907. I think most of them are Edwards myself. Another Edward. That's been attacked. I wouldn't charge more or less for this one. They're all going for the same price. Another Edward. I think this is the only mint mark I've seen. South Africa. George. That's not a bad coin, is it? Edward. This is more on the bullion end, isn't it? I don't usually get half sovereigns in. This one's a very common year as well. Yeah, half sovereigns have been a bit of a weird one for me as a trader. I see them, but they very rarely come through my door, and I don't really have any answers for that. I don't know the reason for it. It's just a peculiarity of me trading. I don't know. If anyone has any ideas of why there are less sovereigns coming through my desk. Answers on a postcard, you know, but it's one of those. But yeah, that's the lot. You got 4 nice shields and a bunch of sovereigns and some 1-grammers. So I'm gonna drink some Lemsip and try and move some of this, because my bank account has got to the point where it's like, you shouldn't be buying anymore because you're broke. That will change in a couple of hours, more than likely, but that is the fast-natured pace of the line of work that I'm in. I hope you've enjoyed the video. A bit of sovereign porn. It's not the usual video I like making, but sometimes you just have to put it out anyway because that's what the people want. So take care, guys. Bye.